Hey, good morning, Facebook fam. It's Agnes Kowalski, wealth therapist. And I'm hopping on real quick this morning because I got moved to share this with you guys because it hit me like a ton of bricks this morning. Why your why isn't big enough, and that's why it's not creating the results that you want. And we lose touch with our why. Hey, good morning, whoever you are. We lose touch with our why. It goes in and out. But for a lot of entrepreneurs, our why is the money. Our why is actually making the money and proving that to ourselves and proving that we're good enough and proving that we're worthy of doing this and making it successful and showing everybody that we can do it. And that's part of our why. And it's not big enough. That is not a big enough why to manifest the results that you want. This morning, I got a beautiful message from a dear internet friend of mine, and it made me realize why I'm really doing this, why the work touches my soul, and why, like what my bigger why is, which is to connect with people, to connect people with their power again, and with their ability to create the life that they want. On a real and concrete level, and to push through their own thought limitations. For myself, like being a victim, being the child forever, never really stepping up in that big way and taking total ownership of my life, kept me really small, kept me, in a place of, hey, Tracy has a really big why. Tracy has a really big why. Hey, Bobby. Yay. Thank you. So really connecting to that bigger, deeper reason until you feel it and it kind of rocks your soul, you're probably not going to be able to manifest what you want. Because it has to be big and deep and crack you open and make you burst into tears when you're driving your kids home, when you're driving back from dropping off your kids at school, like I just did, that you are touching someone's life in a way that is transformative, that you are touching your own life in a way that's transformative, that the work that you're doing is powerful, it matters, and that making the money from that work is also like proof of the power of what you're doing. So that has to be in there too. If you're in there and you're doing something creative and you're doing something that helps people and you're only focused on the helping and you're not focused on the money, then you're also missing a way that you're impacting. Like I love money. I love the security that money gives me. I love the feeling of like, I can get this. I can get this for my kids. I can get this for this person. I can, be philanthropic with a certain portion of my income. That is also power and that is also impact. So don't sell yourself short thinking I'm just here to help. That's kind of like the healer's, what's it called? Like the healer's, commitment, there's a word for it, like commitment or covenant, that it's like to poverty, right? Like I just need to help, but I don't need to worry about the money. Well, you do need to worry about the money. You need to worry about the money, and you need to start making the money, and you need to start getting paid in alignment with what you do, right? Because otherwise you're saying what I do is great, but it's not that important that I should have like a really comfortable life doing that. That's kind of poverty consciousness. And then you saying, well, people can't afford to pay it. That's you making them the victim, right? Oh, people can't afford to pay that. They're not going to pay me for this or that or the other. And that's you making them a victim. So you want to get out of victimhood. You want to connect to that really deep why that rocks your soul open. And for me this morning, that was connecting with that dear internet friend and hearing his message and hearing him say that my message, and here I am thinking I'm going to help people make money and I'm going to help people transform. But this is actually like to do with his health. And it just broke me down into tears. And I was like, this is what it's about. It's about like people feeling empowered even with chronic illness. like feeling empowered in whatever state you are in and whatever is happening in your life. And I'm going to interview him actually next week, and I might go live with it because he's so amazing. I think it's going to like rock people's worlds to hear his story. Tracy Aaron Smith, you need to go live. You have so many stories. Solo. Check out solo.ca. Anyway, you can tell me. Check out Tracy Aaron Smith. She has a really big why. So guys, share with me what your big why is. If it feels like that's something that you have lost connection with, then you need to find it. You need to find it. You need to have a talk with God. You need to deeply connect with God and spirit. And if you've lost that in your day-to-day busyness, you need to reconnect with it. Because when you lose that, you're going to lose momentum for making money too. Because it's like, it has to come from a bigger place. It has to come from a place of thank you for this blessing, for being able to do this for these people and get paid. Thank you, universe. And we lose connection with that because it's daily life and there's, things to do and things to take care of and, tasks and assignments and bills to pay. And when you lose touch with that, you are losing momentum to create money. That's a fact. Okay. When you're losing connection with spirit, you're losing the connection to make money as well. And you can have sales funnels and you can have whatever, but I will tell you right now, people who aren't connected through spirit, will see backlashes. Like that's what usually happens. That's what I see with like, and I've worked with a lot of the 7-figure coaches. And what I see happening is when people lose their connection is things like refunds start to happen. People smearing them on social media starts to happen. All those kinds of things start to happen when you lose connection with your source. So that's my message to you today, to connect deep, and wait till you're connected before you put out your messages, before you put out your offers. Because if you're just pushing for ego or you're pushing out of desperation, you're going to get desperate results. You're going to get desperate clients and desperate results. So stay with me. Hey, Annika, so nice to see you. Oh my God. Annika had such a good message on social media yesterday, which was like, give yourself a damn break. And I'm a mom and I'm tired. And I hear you, sister. And being an entrepreneur and being a mother, a sister, a teacher, a guide, an entrepreneur plus anything else, a human is like being an extra person. So that's another reason you need to connect to source and super fuel yourself, because you need double the fuel. You need the fuel to run a business. You need the fuel to be inspired, and you need the fuel to, to attract what you need. So definitely stay connected. Hey, Tony. Tony Great's The Traveling Stage, and also an amazing super mama actor, performer. So we all are juggling many different roles. And if we're not deep connected to spirit, and sometimes this is the piece that's missing in your manifestation, is like, you're so deep in that. Make sure when you're manifesting that you're also like, when you're clearing, when you're doing your tapping, when you're like asking and receiving, that you're attaching this to the outcome that you want. Like that you're like, this is going to bring me a financial breakthrough. I declare that has to happen for me. I'm not going to like keep helping people and being broke. Like that's not how that's going to work. Or I'm not going to keep helping people and be suffering and exhausted. Like I need this to have a financial breakthrough, to have a breakthrough of ease for me. So declare that, own that. Connect deep down to your why. And you might be surprised what you find. It might not be what you think, your deep why might not be, it might be that you want to be a star, that you want to change people through, who you are, that you have that to offer. It might surprise you that it's not what you thought it was, there might be a more like, selfish reason for that why. And that's okay, but just connect deep to that. Hey, Zora, talk about deep connection. Crystal Roots Retreat Center in Ontario. Check her out. Deep connections happening there, deep transformations, connecting to a deep why. Lots of beautiful people on this morning. I love you guys. It's so nice to see you. Just talking about connecting to our deeper why and what motivates us there, and that we lose that connection in our daily life, that in the hustle and bustle, in the being moms, in the, whatever we've whatever our daily life is, sometimes we just need to lay on the floor like Annika did in her social media, which was great. Just lay on the floor, lay on your yoga mat, recover, sleep, and don't be codependent about like the tasks and the kids and your clients and everything else, right? Because that's blocking the abundance too. When you put those boundaries and you're like, I need this and I need to take care of myself and hey, Jonathan, good morning. When you connect to that place without the codependency, you can do a lot more. Like you're really limited in what you can create from a codependent place when you're like, I gotta help people and I gotta do this. Hey, from Connecticut, we're in Toronto this morning. So connect to that deep soul why. Absolutely. Passion and creativity is where it's at, Bobby. So share below what your deep why is today. Have a nice thought about that. Connect to spirit. Doesn't matter if you're going to your 9 to 5. You can have a deeper why there too. You can start thinking about that deeper why and then start taking aligned action. That is always the missing piece for manifesting what you want, is creating the aligned action to what you want. So getting that insight, like the more time you spend with spirit, the more insight you get to move forward. Don't drown in your emotions. That's rule number 1 for manifesting, because we can be really good at going deep and feeling our feelings and then get stuck there and start to drown there. Okay, so you want to make sure you take control of that. Okay, so thanks for joining me this morning, guys. I'll probably hop on later with another message after I do my workout and connect with spirit myself. So love you guys. Have an amazing day. Connect deep, deep, deep to your why and share it with me. Hey, Fabi, I'm hopping off, but I love you. And Fabiola Giordani, check her out, the brand goddess over there. Annika, my big why is showing people how simple happiness is and spread as much happiness as possible. A to the man. Oh, that is the truth right there. Connect, and you really do connect people to their happiness. Hey, Fabi, you are gorgeous. I love seeing your face there right now. So connect deep to your why and let it shift, let it rock your soul. Maybe you're playing small with your why. Maybe your why is like, it needs to grow. Maybe it started off as like, I'm doing this for my kids and I'm doing this to have an independent lifestyle and I'm doing this to, to help people. Maybe it needs to be bigger. Maybe you need to reevaluate and be like, maybe I'm kind of playing small with that, and that's why I'm not getting the results that I want, because I'm not stepping up to what I know deep, deep, deep down is my message. And that affects your visibility. That affects like how you attract people, because you're not stepping into those like bigger boots. Okay, so step into your big boots today, gals. Hey, Jeremy Quinby. Oh my God, I love seeing your face there right now. I keep trying to hop off and then I see people that I love and I have to stay on. Jeremy, I don't know what you're doing now, but Jeremy is an incredible masseuse. It was in Brooklyn, New York. Hey! Was in Brooklyn, New York. Deep, deep why there. Someone who is very, very aligned with their purpose. Hey, Denise Powers. So love seeing you there and where you're at and what you're doing, connecting to the deeper why, even though you have the day-to-day, even though you're in the grind, your deeper why has to rock your world more than just, this is what I do to pay the bills. This is what I do to, okay, your new why. Okay. So, Jeremy, the new why is a deeper purpose, right? Like you need to connect to spirit. If you've lost track of that from just living life, just from the day to day and everything that's going on day to day. You need to connect with that deeper purpose. It doesn't matter if you're just going to your 9 to 5 and you got to check in and check out. You have to connect to the deeper reason you're doing this so that you can manifest bigger things. Hey, Megan. To prevent the excess heartbreak that women experience in their worlds due to lack of knowledge and skills in romantic unions. Oh, wow. That's an amazing why, Megan. I love that. Check out Megan. She's talking about her bigger why, which is helping women to have more skills in their romantic unions so that they can prevent heartbreak. That's an amazing why. So Jeremy, your deeper why, everyone else who's listening. Hey, Anna. Your deeper why is something that's like part of your soul path, and that evolves with time also. So don't be scared when, as an entrepreneur or as someone who's been following a certain path for a certain time, that your why changes, right? It does as your soul expands, right? As your soul expands, as you get more like in touch with who you are, your soul is going to start to demand different things from you. So you got to really listen into that and don't get off track from it, because you can be distracted by the money. You can be distracted by helping people. Codependency is one. Hey, Molly Sapp. That's my coach, Molly Sapp. That's something that I fall into from time to time, is the codependency stuff, is trying to take care of people really hard when that's not serving my highest good. My highest good is to be into that creative space, in the mindset, in the beautiful work that I create for clients. Hey, Danny. And really being in my highest creativity, where I'm listening to the messages that God is giving to me and the connection that I'm having with the universe. That's the place that I need to be in to serve my biggest why and affect change and affect lives. All right. So I'm going to hop off now. I love you guys. Thank you for joining. Have an amazing day today. Connect deep to your why. I love you mucho, and I'll hop on later. Comment below and let me know what your deep why is.